Hello, my name is Jamie Willis, and today I'm going to be speaking to you about an article I found entitled Prostate Cancer Epidemiology in the United States. The scientists performed this study because prostate cancer is an important public health issue in the United States. It is the most common diagnosed non skin cancer and the second leading cause of cancer death in the United States. In 2011, the American Cancer Society estimates that 240,890 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. Out of them, 33,720,000 men will die of the disease in that year. In the same year, there were approximately 2.4 million prostate cancer survivors in the United States. Putting all of this into consideration, the current screening tools that are in place, it is estimated that 1 in 6 men, which is 16.2% of American men alive today, will be diagnosed with the disease. And unfortunately, 1 in 33 men, which is 3%, will die from the disease. Possible connections between the exposure and the disease are that age is by far the strongest factor of prostate cancer. Throughout the article, it describes how environmental and outside factors do correlate with increased risk of prostate cancer. The exact role of diet and prostate cancer are unclear, but they have found out that men who eat a lot of red meat and high-fat dairy products appear to have a slightly higher chance of developing prostate cancer. Also, these men tend to eat a lot of less fruits and vegetables. Some studies have suggested that men who consume a lot of calcium through food or supplement may also have a higher risk of developing advanced prostate cancer. The major techniques used in the study is a review of the peer-reviewed literature was conducted by American Cancer Society, National Cancer Institute surveillance in epidemiology and end results. A program data was then assessed to describe trends in the incidence, mortality, and survival rate and look at other predictors of the risk of prostate cancer diagnosis and death. Also, this was a comparative study because, for one example, the researchers compared incidences and mortality rates from 2003 to 2007 in different ethnic groups and compared them to each other to see which ethnic group had a higher rate of developing prostate cancer. The major results of this study showed that since 1985, there has been a drastic change in trends in regards to prostate cancer incidences, mortality, and survivor rates, as well as changes in the age distribution of pathologies at diagnosis. Major risk factors for diagnosis include age, family history, race, and screening behavior. The results support the hypothesis because, in comparison from the 1980s to now, the trends of prostate cancer have increased because more is understood about the disease and there are more screening tools available to identify the diseases early. With modern technology, it is advancing how we can screen, how we can predict and identify this disease early on before it gets to its advanced stages. I chose this article because where I currently work, in Los Angeles County, its specialty, I see a lot of patients with urological problems. A good amount have prostate cancer. And I see the struggles that not only the patients, but the family goes through. So when I came across this article, I figured it would not only extend my knowledge in academically, it would also help me further understand what patients go through who come into my work and have prostate cancer. This article is very informative. It unfortunately to me wasn't clearly written. I had to read it and reread it a few times to be able to fully understand what they were talking about. However, I did enjoy reading it and I felt it was very informative. Strengths of this article was that it gave a lot of valuable information in regards to prostate cancer and that many people may not be aware of about the how many people, what races, what diets can affect it. There was just a lot of informative information. However, the limitations are that it raised important questions about prostate cancer that couldn't be answered. For example, what is the role of environment on risk of prostate cancer diagnosis and the risk of prostate cancer death? What is the role of race, ethnic, or risk of cancer diagnosis and risk of death versus family history? And lastly, does screening and aggressive treatment of local disease save lives? Also, how effective are the current treatments for localized PSA detected prostate cancer? Overall, I found this article was very informative. I'm glad I chose it. It has broadened my knowledge for those individuals who have the disease and are being treated for it. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.